Hello. What can I do for you? Okay, that's what I was hoping for. My gosh, I haven't seen anybody with your kind of features in a long time. No, that's a compliment, believe me. So, you're here for a sketch then? Perfect. So, generally I do this with clothes on. Okay, just so we're on the same page. I mean, not that anything else would be bad, but that's the kind of work I do. Okay. Are you looking for anything specific, or a portrait perhaps? Okay, a portrait. Sounds good. So, before we begin, is there anything I can get for you? Water, soda pop, anything like that? Okay. We will be sitting here for a bit, just so you know. Alright, well, is there any kind of requests that you'd like to make? For example, I don't know, some people feel that they look better from one angle or the other. However, I feel like you don't have a bad angle. No, sir. Okay. Yep, that's fine. If you don't mind, I'd like to come a little closer and just kind of study your face parts, if you'd like. Okay, so okay. Yes, you're quite balanced, I think. So, yes, and the shadows in here aren't too dark, and it doesn't look like you really have any severe features. So, I believe we'll be doing just fine in this. I don't see any hang-ups. Alright, well, if you'd like to begin, we can go ahead and start now. Well, I assumed you didn't have an appointment, and really I'm not doing anything right now. Well, I mean, hell, for your kind of features, I do a lot. Okay, perfect. Just gonna need to get out my tools. A little portable desk here. Yeah, I haven't really seen much action here lately. Drawing action, that is. It's been a little cold for people to come out and, have this sort of thing done, and really it's a declining art, I think. So, you're the first person I've seen in a while. Alright. Okay, I think I've got that. Okay, my next question will be, pencil or pen? Either? Why not both? I think I will start it in pencil, and then we'll go to pen, okay? Leave that there for now. Alright, so if you want to just get into the position that you feel most comfortable, or however you want to be drawn, I'm going to need you to stay very still for a while, okay? Alright. Let me know if you need any breaks or anything, okay? Alright. So first I'm going to go ahead and begin and just do the outline of your face. Please pardon any loud noises. It can get noisy here sometimes. that's a good rough drawing of your hairline and your face shape. I think I'm going to start with the basic shadows and highlights of your face. I don't think I want to go too much into doing your features until I've got my shadows and highlight base. Okay? There we go. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. You seem like a pretty interesting individual. Oh, most people aren't so humble. But that's okay. I really don't mind any sort of life story, believe me. Usually when I start talking to people for the first time, my first question to them is, where is your favorite place in the world to be? So I ask a lot of people that. And based on that question, I can tell somewhat of what kind of person they are. Based on how they answer. Not even necessarily what they answer. Just more, I feel like the more interesting people will have a harder time deciding, but they'll give you a few different choices. And they'll think really hard about it. So I find the less interesting people either have something in mind after, maybe not much thought, or that they don't answer at all. Some people do that. Some people say, oh, I don't have a favorite place, or, oh, I've never thought about it. So, what is your favorite place to be? Okay, I like that. Yes, my favorite place is the Botanical Gardens in St. Louis. If you've ever been there, with the conservatories and the climatron and the house of the founder, I can't remember his name, but the house, Victorian house. I believe it's a Second Empire house. If I can see it in my head, I believe so. So that is my favorite place to be, and every time I go down to St. Louis, that's where I'll go. If you don't want to talk too much, that's fine. Sometimes people don't know how to stand the silence. I don't mind either way, but maybe I'll just talk to you a smidge before we get too heavy into our drawing here. Luckily for me, your shadows don't seem to be in odd places. Just the normal ones. Some people have very severe faces with lots of shadows, and some people have almost none. Which, it's not a bad thing either way, it's just how you're made up. And everybody's made up a little differently. then, really we don't have any control over it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start sketching some of your features. So before you came here, how was your day like? Okay. Yeah, before I came here, I work at a cabinet shop with 3 older guys, so it's funny because they we're all so much different from each other, but we still find a lot of common ground, and there was a lot of existential questions that I got to ask them today, and they're really interesting people. And I didn't think that when I came here that they would be so interesting, but I found not to assume that based on one's occupation they're simpler or lesser than anybody else. Not that I thought that in the first place, just, I maybe had assumed that this is all they'd ever done, and on the contrary, one of my coworkers has seen the Middle East, and another one had gone to St. Louis quite a few times and told me about it, and I don't know, I think it was just a good day. And then I got to come here and see your beautiful face, and now it seems to be one of the best days. And I mean, it was like 40 degrees today, I spent my lunch and sat outside in my truck, and I had the windows rolled down because I came into work and I'm like, Jesus, guys, I feel like I need to be wearing shorts. It's above 25, Alright. I'm going to concentrate a little bit on drawing your features more. I want to make sure that I get them in their glory. But if at any point you want to talk, just let me know. Or, I guess, rather just go ahead and start talking and I'll take the cue. Okay, I think I can get into the position where I go ahead and highlight and shadow and accent your features. Okay, I have a quick question. So, most people have quite a bit of flyaways in their hair, which, I'm not different from that, but some people don't want them drawn in, some people think it's kind of a fun, whimsical thing. So, do you want your hair to be drawn as it is, or do you want me to neaten it up? Doesn't matter to me. Okay, thanks. I think I'll be switching into using my pen soon, but I've still got quite a bit to go. Are you still comfortable? Okay. I think I'm going to clean up the edges a little bit, and then we'll move on to the pen, okay? Do you need to get up or move around or anything? So what made you decide to get a portrait done? Okay. Yeah, it's just something fun and whimsical to do sometimes. I'm all for that, just trying new experiences just because, you know, how does anybody expect to move forward all the time if they never try anything new? So, that's cool. I applaud that. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I didn't used to be one to draw portraits at all. Actually, I used to draw them quite poorly. But, you know, sometimes just the opportunity arises and you just go with it. Okay. Alright, do you want to see it before I start doing this? Well, too bad. You're gonna wait. I'm gonna surprise you. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up some pencil marks that are beyond my pen here. Okay, I think that we are done. All right, are you ready? Okay. How do you like it? Well, this is all yours. And since you've been such a delight, I think that this can be free of charge. Okay? So feel free to come back at any point. It was quite a pleasure drawing you. Alright? Stay warm out there and be careful for ice. It's so icy right now. Alright? There you go. Alright. You have a good day.